Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
52's the mark, boy. 52. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Vegas.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Here's Jacobs. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score 37. Dolphins nothing. Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
This is Gaskin on the carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 16-yard line.
Second down and 4. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tua. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire. The starter's pistol, let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. But that's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Come on, QB, come on. Check safety, check safety.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
53. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 52's the mic.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Waddle now to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tua now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Now, 185. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Carr gives to Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. This complete to Jones. 7 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 31-yard line.
Under a minute to go. Clock running in a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Richard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13, Raiders 7.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
To throw his Carr. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Carlson on for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Dolphins 13. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Gaskin. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They run the counter now on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. Powering forward. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So that'll back him up 5. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Dolphins 20, Raiders 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
At the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Mike 52. Yeah.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
That's it, baby.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. You're mine. Watch the curl.
Now Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Now it's 2nd and 9. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone, looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. Past the 20.
You'll get nothing.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For Jalen Waddle, he was known for his run-after-the-catch ability at Alabama, and he uses that speed to punish the defense here.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Dolphins 27, Raiders 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We're good. Ready? Watch the screen. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run, watch the run.
On play action, it's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jones.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard. On
2nd down, Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen.
Check that. We're on line 52 right here. Line 52. Watch the pass. Kill. Hey, 734.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. A chance for Waddle on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Room to run for Gaskin. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. The play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Dolphins 34, Raiders 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And they're on 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Rolling to his right. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
I'm going back to you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. All day, baby, all day, all day.
On 2nd down and 4. Carr toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Carr now to throw. Complete to Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. It'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
7 yards to pick up there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Going deep here for Parker. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3.
Hey, we're good. Ready? Mike, 55. Right there.
Carr to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Shedding the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau there to make the grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller.
He's at the 30. 10.
I need to get my swag right there.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with a football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Raiders.
Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now Carr.
Edwards a 1st down and more.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5 now. Tua flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Gaskin again on 2nd down.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 28. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
At the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
55 is my guy, 55. Say Raider 2. I 55.
Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.